In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to access your Google Drive and to create different folders to help your drive be organized. So the first thing you see is I'm in my email. We're going to be in our email very often. So what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to go to the upper right hand side and you're going to see all these little dots and it says Google Apps. This is called your Google Matrix. I'm going to click on this and then you're going to see lots of different apps that you're going to use. You could get to your Google Docs, Google Sheets, a lot of other things. Google Contacts is where we keep emails. You can access YouTube through here, a bunch of different things. But the one you are always going to be finding yourself going to is your Drive. This is going to house all of your documents and assignments that you're going to be doing for the most part. Not everything will be in your Drive, but if you're doing something outside of Canvas, more than likely it's going to be in your Drive. So we're going to go ahead and click on Drive, and it's going to open it up. You can see I already have my Drive open. And the first thing you're going to see is a lot of documents. You're going to see a lot of my personal documents that I used recently. And you're going to see I have a lot. So one of the things you guys can do in your Google Drive is you can make something called folders. As you can see down here, I have lots of these folders. Just like you would use folders in a classroom to organize your work, you can use folders in a Google Drive to organize your different documents. Think about how in a classroom you might have a blue folder for reading and a green folder for math. That way you can keep your math work and your reading work separate. It is the same thing. So what I'm going to be showing you guys today is how to create folders for your first quarter. And this is going to take a little bit of time and it might seem tedious, but it's going to help you guys out to be very organized and to always locate your work. You can see I have a lot of different folders. For example, I have one called Assessments. That's where I put a lot of my information about assessments. One called ELA. That's where I put my ELA work. So what we're going to do is we are going to create a folder. And the way you create a folder is you go up here to this button with the plus sign that says New. And you have a couple different options. You can create documents like a doc, a sheet, a Google slide, or you can create a folder. We're going to be creating folders today. So I go ahead and I click Folder. Now you're going to name your folder. What we're going to do is we are going to start by making 4 folders. These 4 folders are going to be for each of your subjects. You are going to have a math folder, a reading folder, a science folder, and a social studies folder. Now what I'm going to do first is I am going to just make a folder called Demo Folder. You don't need to do this. I am doing this just to show you guys so I keep everything in one spot for the video. So I'm going to go ahead and pretend I'm a student and create my 4 folders. We're going to start by creating one and make it math. So I go up to the top and I click that plus sign again and I click Folder. I'm now going to type in math using a capital letter. And now I have my folder. So if I was to click inside of here, I would have all of my documents in math. Now you can see right now I don't have any because I haven't put any in here. At the top, in order to go right back where I was, it tells me right here I'm in math. Let's go back to the demo folder where we started. I need another subject. I'm going to make one for reading. I click New, I click Folder, and then I'm going to type in reading, or I'm going to go, instead I'm going to do ELA because we might have writing. So English Language Arts. I'm going to create that folder. We also have Science and Social Studies. Same thing. Click the plus sign, Folder. I'm going to make one for Science, and I'm going to make one more for Social Studies. Now we have our 4 subjects. We are going to create some more folders. Now you're going to learn how to create folders inside of folders. This might sound a little bit confusing, but again, trust me, it's going to help you guys stay organized with your work. So let's go ahead and start with ELA, and I'm going to click this. Now we are inside our ELA folder. This school year, you have 4 quarters. Our school year is always broken up into quarters. Today, we're going to focus on making all of the folders we need for quarter 1. So I'm going to make a new folder, and I'm going to call it Quarter 1. That means all of my work for quarter 1 is going to be in here. And I click Create, and now I have that. Now you're going to do another step. You're going to go inside your quarter 1 folder, and we are going to create a bunch of little folders. And this is where you're going to have all of your information for the year. So I'm clicking folder, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to title it folders for the week, and I'm going to be using the dates. So the very first week of the school year is going to be August 17th, your first day of school, 8/17, and I'm going to put a little dash, which means through 8/23. So all my work that I do for ELA in the first quarter for 8/17 through 8/23, I can put in this folder. So say my teacher said to email her or create a Google Doc saying what your dream job is. I would probably do it right in here because I know if I need to find it later, this was an assignment I had during this week and that's where it's going to be at. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create another folder and I'm going to do it for the next week. The next week is 8/24 through 8/30. Create. And I'm going to keep doing this and doing all the folders I need for the 9 weeks. Okay, so now you see that I have all 9 weeks already made for all of my folders. So now I am all set for ELA. When I have an assignment, whatever day it is for, I can go ahead to that folder and I will have my documents in there. This will help you guys out anytime you need to go back to find something that you have already worked on. Now what we are going to do is we are going to do the same process for your other subjects, for math, science, and social studies. I wish that there was a shortcut to do this, but as far as I know, there is no way to copy and paste actual folders. So we're going to go back. I'm going to click ELA. You can see where we were with quarter 1. And second quarter, we'll create a second quarter folder, but we have 9 weeks until that happens, so we don't need to. And I'm going back again up top to my demo folder. This is where I started it. You're not going to have a folder called demo folder. Next thing, I'm going to go to math. And you're going to do the same thing again. You're going to start by clicking new, and you're going to do those same dates again, starting with August 17th to August 23rd. So it's the same exact thing that you already did. Again, I know this sounds tedious, but it really shouldn't take you too long, and it's going to help you in the long run. And you are just going to continue doing all of the dates for this as well. If once you are finished doing all 4 subjects, then you are all done and you are all organized for the school year. So I'm not going to show you doing all of these folders again, but the big thing you need to know is you go up here to new and then you click folder and then you'll see everything inside. So you're going to create 4 folders: ELA, math, science, social studies. Within each of those folders, you are going to create a folder called quarter 1. And then inside that, you are going to have the 9 weeks. Okay? And that is all you need to know about creating folders.